you all for coming to our second forum. We had a forum last evening that was led by the League of Women Voters of Adams County, and this is our second forum today, and it is going to be led by a student from Community College of Aurora and everything, because whether you know it or not, the city has a partnership with Community College of Aurora, and what we want to do is make that successful and make them successful. So today, this is asking questions from a perspective of youth. These are going to be our future leaders, and what they don't want is to be leading the dumpster fire. So what they want to do is find out how you feel about what's going to be their future and our future also. So from Community College of Aurora, I have Jordan Kotar and Samantha Anfield. I will give you a little bit of a biography on each one. Jordan is a political science student at Community College of Aurora. She plans to complete her associate's degree next spring and transfer to Metropolitan State College to earn a bachelor's degree, with the goal of attending law school afterwards. Her interests include government and politics, labor rights, human rights, and rights. In her free time, she also enjoys theater, choir, martial arts, crocheting, and caring for the sweetest kitten ever. Jordan. Samantha is from Denver, Colorado, and is the first-generation Mexican-American student who is an aspiring chemical engineer. As a previous intern for the Colorado Space Grant Consortium program at CU Boulder, she discovered an interest in the progress of technology. Samantha enjoys being a student at CCA due to its tight-knit community and resources. Samantha is currently the Student Government Association President and has a passion for leadership and filling the gaps for student needs. Samantha. Our timer today is Leonardo S. Orojo. Did I get it right? Okay, Leonardo is a political science student at CU Denver. Leonardo. Leonardo, when they get to their time limit, what are you going to do?
Time.
You hear that? Thank you. Okay, also in the audience is Julie LaRock. Julie LaRock is the Dean of Student Success at Community College of Aurora. Julie? Filming this for the chamber is Nathan Hart, and all of it is going to be filmed raw. No editing or anything, and it's going to be put up on our YouTube channel, so you'll see exactly what we ask is exactly what they answer, and no more, no less, because we aren't going to edit anything, so everybody in the city at some point or another will be able to view this and last night's forum. June Younger is our chamber coordinator, and so my name is Renee Bullock, and I'm the Executive Director of the Commerce City Chamber of Commerce. Well, I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let the forum begin. Thank you for being here.
All righty, everyone. We're going to go ahead and start with introductions.
Okay. Oh, let me give you the ground rules. I'm sorry, so sorry. Ground rules are they get 2 minutes for introduction and 2 minutes for a summary at the very end. They get 1 minute to answer the questions as the same as last night's ground rules. Every forum member or everybody will be asked the same question. And so if anybody put in questions there that you are specifying you hope to hit somebody, everybody's going to have to answer it. So let's see. We want all the candidates to be respectful to each other and the moderator. There will be no speaking over anybody, and the questions and answer are to the candidates, to the audience. It isn't to each other. None of the questions were provided in advance to any of the candidates, and after this is over, there will be a half an hour to talk to the candidates afterwards and find out if there was an answer you liked, didn't like, or just to congratulate them and say thank you. Okay? I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and begin with some introductions. Can I ask who currently has a hold of the mic?
Oh, there's only one mic, and I'm sorry, this rec center only has 2 mics, one for the moderators, one for it. So the time will start as soon as you get the mic. It isn't going to start as it's passing down. So, and I would have given you more mics, but they don't have more mics. Thank you. Okay.
All right. I do believe introductions would probably be easiest if we go from one end of the table all the way to the other. So whichever end you would like to pass the mic on to, feel free.
Buenos días. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lucy Molina. I am a longtime resident of Commerce City here in Ward 1. I always say I live in the shadows of the oil refinery Suncor. I'm also here for you. I'm here for these are the folks that asked me to be here. It was difficult, I shared yesterday, to be here today with some of the organizers that created this event. I had originally declined the invitation because it's been very disrespectful throughout the years, and I'm glad for some of the chamber members that came and talked to me. I really appreciate you, and thank you for the invitation for coffee and whatnot. Lucy Molina, I'm a longtime activist here, fighting for my community for clean air and water and public education. That's it, guys. I have no hidden agenda. I'm in nobody's pockets. We heard yesterday, it's good, it's okay. Some good people make bad decisions sometimes. But the people that know me, you know that I'm here for you. I've always been here from the local level to the federal level. We changed policies. We've gone to change the planet, to save the planet. This city already proclaimed a climate emergency, okay? And we have some of our council members here that were part of it, and I thank you for that, because there is a climate emergency. We do have to work together. But the developers also, we have to come together to the table like we've done it with, like Suncor is talking to me, Oak One, DuPont, all the things that happened. We came together to the table as a community and leadership to figure this out together, okay? Don't think I don't want any development. Of course we want malls. I used to run a nightclub. We are business owners here in Commerce City, long-time business owners. I'm a long-time resident. Yes, I'm again Lucy Molina for Ward 1. I love my community and my neighbors. Gracias.
Good morning. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
My name's Hal Jacobson. I go by Jake most of the time. And I've been living in Commerce City now for about 20 odd years. And one of the things that I've noticed in Commerce City more than anywhere else that I've ever lived, which includes parts of Europe, San Antonio, Texas, Southern California, San Francisco, friendliest people I've ever met. Even these 2 people sitting near me. Very, very friendly people. So when my daughter said to me, I've twice run for the Colorado State Assembly and lost. And my daughter said to me, why don't you try running for the city council? You can do something. And I hope I can do something. I'll do something for all of you. the number one thing I do intend to do is to set up a special phone where I can be either have voice messages, emails, text, people, because here's what I plan on doing. I'm not making any campaign promises. Just one. I will listen. I will do what you tell me to do. I will do what you want me to promise to do. I will do everything that you want done. You see a problem? Send me the message, I'll do it. Is something you need? Tell me. I'll do what I can to see you get it. Problem with your neighborhood? One of the problems I know is in mine is lighting. We really do need more street lights. We do need better protection for people when you're walking down the street at night. So that is one of the things I'm promising to look into, to bring up, and hopefully have people vote on it. And one other real quick one, I will never vote yes on anything that's going to cost you money. Thank you.
Good morning, and again, thank you guys for being here on a Saturday. We know how busy folks are on the weekends. My name is Jose Guardiola, and I'm running for Ward 1. Been a resident since 1983 when my father, who's in the audience, thank you for being here, Abba, a railroad worker for 37 years for the Union Pacific Railroad, right? Carmen City was a railroad town between Burlington and UP. And so I grew up here. I was here in 1987 when they opened this rec center. My dad was an avid swimmer, and now I live in the Northern Range. So I got the perspective of Core and Northern Range. And I always say this, that Ward 1 is very unique, and that all our wards should be like Ward 1, because it encompasses the core and the northern growth, right? Some folks in the northern don't understand the core, and we have different issues, but we're one city. So why am I running? Is to give it consistency, give council consistency, give stakeholders consistency, give businesses consistency, give the residents an ear to listen, because it's important that's our job. I'm an educator, I always put that out there, because my full-time job, I'm the executive director of college and career for a district, and education is service. And so is council. All of us have a passion for Carmen City. It's the way we do it. We have different styles, but it's your guys' city as well as ours, and we have to come together. It also is the stakeholders that come and work here and bring businesses. They have to be at the table with us, with you guys. And that's what I really want to do, is bring all the stakeholders to the table and see, how do we make Carmen City, growth is coming. How do we have balance? How do we be strategic on growth? But also learning our history, right? Often we get that question. A lot of folks in the Northern Range don't know about the core, and we have hidden gems here that we don't know about, our historic society. So again, Jose Guardiola, Ward 1, grew up in the core, now live in the Northern Range, and hopefully get to serve. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for taking time out of your Saturday to be here and to listen to all of us. I'm Joanna Sandoval, and I am a candidate for Ward 3 for City Council. And a little bit about me is I am a mom, a wife. I have 5 children. I am a leader within my community. I am an amazing friend to many. I have a large group of friends that are amazing, and one of them which is here supporting me. So thank you, Priscilla. And I am also a Daniels Fund Scholar, which I hold with great pride. And I'm a first-generation college student graduated from the University of Denver on a full ride with the Daniels Fund, and have a degree in business management and administration. And I spent the last 18 years working for small business and providing consulting, business development, assistance with socially and economically disadvantaged businesses, and helping them navigate the federal space and selling their products and services to the federal government. And so I also spent the last 8.5 years as the vice president for the Potomac Farms Metro District. And I've had an opportunity to learn and really fight for the community, and to be the voice, and to be what they need, and to be able to answer to all of the residents. And I've gotten some great support from that, and I hold that with great pride, just based on what I've been able to accomplish there. And I just, the reason why I decided to run for City Council was because I know that I'm a great asset, and I can bring the ability to make fair decisions and be able to make logical decisions, and to be able to collaborate, because I have great partnerships within the state of Colorado and the city and county and also within the municipalities, and I have the ability to be a decision maker that accepts everybody from whatever walk of life that they come from. And so I feel that being a great asset, I ask that for your vote for Commerce City Council Ward 3. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sept Trujillo, running for City Council at large. Thank you all for being here this morning and being a part of this very important democratic process. I am a mother of 3. I have a son who graduated from Prairie View High School. I go Thunderhawks. I'm a legal professional, an educator, adjunct professor at the Community College of Denver, where I teach property law, civil litigation, legal research. And that is very, very important work. And so I really do want to give a special shout out to the students here for coming and participating today, because it is very important work to start early. So thank you. I am a first generation college graduate and born and raised here in Colorado. And I come from a family who has had to work very hard for everything that we have. Sometimes we had to lean on family, friends, and the community, okay? And I don't take that lightly. Our working class families and our middle class are the backbone of our community. And I want to make sure that we are doing everything possible to make sure we can continue to afford to live here. I have 2 young adult children who, are struggling, right? Did all the right things, went to college, and are still having a hard time. So I want to be that voice for everybody on the income spectrum. I also know that there are some key priorities here that I've been hearing as I'm speaking to residents. That includes public safety, infrastructure, economic development, especially in the Northern Range. We need to start diversifying our tax base up there, right? And I believe that I have the lived and professional experience to make a difference in our community. And I also think it's very important to be able to see things through an equitable lens. Thank you.
Hello. By being here, you're showing that you care about the future of our city. And I'm honored to be a part of that conversation. My name is Alejandro De Leon, and I am running for City Council at large. I am a son, a brother, a friend, a Commerce City resident, and a born and raised Colorado resident as well. Commerce City is growing fast, and I believe we need leadership that will prioritize safe neighborhoods, responsible growth, and strong support for families and small businesses. I'm here to listen, to serve, and to make sure Commerce City's future works for you. Thank you, and I look forward to the discussion today.
Hi, I'm Christy Douglas, and I've had the honor of serving all of you for the last 4 years. And that's all of the city. I serve the city at large. And I think you all saw me come in late, and unfortunately I think my husband took the keys to my car and I had to find another set. So here I am. I never know what I'm going to say until I'm handed the mic. So here I am. I'm just so grateful that you all are in the audience and that you care about this city as much as I do. It takes a team, and together we can make this city a model city that everybody else looks to say, how did they do that? How did they go from being known as Toxic Town, which is everybody on the Front Range, that's what they call us. How did they go from being that to what they have become? I'm just so grateful to be here this morning. I'm so grateful because this is led by the youth this morning. This is our future. And we have to do everything to make sure that what we hand down is going to make them succeed and have beautiful, fruitful lives, clean air, clean water, clean soil to put their homes on, and homes that they can afford. Not to have to be renters their entire lives because they can't make enough money to ever get ahead. Thank you so much. I am just so thrilled to be here this morning. Take care, all of you.
Good morning. My name is Lori Young. I am an at-large candidate. I first of all want to thank you all for being here. You being here shows the commitment to us and your city, and getting informed about the candidates that you'll be voting for. I'm also thrilled to have some students here from CCA, I know you're also a student, but super proud of you too. I've been here for 20 years. We moved here when my son was 9 months old. We found Commerce City on accident. We were looking for a new home, a community with parks and other families with young children. And through all of life's twists and turns, I stayed here on purpose because I found everything that we were looking for. I worked for and was the co-founder of the Community Uplift Partnership, which opened the Reunion Coffee House and extended their legacy to open Greyhound Grounds and Taza in the Adams County building. I'm very proud of the work that we did to ensure that our young adults had job skills and life skills training. I currently am the executive director of the Adams 14 Education Foundation, where we develop tomorrow's talent through teacher grants, student scholarships, and leadership development programs. So I am especially, my heart is especially warmed to see students here who care about the future of our city. As I talk to our residents, it's increasingly apparent to me about the issues that we have around public safety, affordability, and economic development. And my goal is to ensure that we have an economically thriving city. Again, Lori Young, at-large candidate. I'd love to get your vote.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Young. I'm running for at-large for Commerce City. I believe in the power of community engagement and the need to openly address racism and inequality and public safety in our community. My platform will be used for our most vulnerable citizens, those who often have no voice, so that they can speak up and be heard. So many people along this process have asked me, so what am I going to do if I lose the race? My answer is very, very simple. I will continue to dedicate myself to working for the people, guided by my faith, integrity, and morals. The fact that I've been asked this question so many times shows me that change is truly needed in Commerce City. I'm committed to making that change happen. I want to be clear, there's no high-paying salary for this type of position. I'm doing this purely on passion and love for the people. I am a people person and I love to speak so everybody can be heard. My goal is to be the leader I have been waiting for. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. I'm ready for the meeting. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here this morning. I know it's early and this is always the most interesting thing. My name is Ryan Kiefer and I'm running for City Council member at large. I'm doing it because I believe in the city and I believe City Council should always make decisions with residents in mind and not outside interests. I currently serve on the Commerce City Planning Commission, where I've reviewed projects that directly impact how our city grows. That's shown me both the opportunities and challenges we have with rapid growth. It's also reinforced how important it is to ask the tough questions, demand transparency, and make sure development benefits residents first. Commerce City is growing quickly, and the effects are felt everywhere. Traffic, schools, and services that don't stop at neighborhood lines. Whether you live here in the southern part of the city, or you live in the north, we all want the same things. Roads that work, schools that aren't overcrowded, safe neighborhoods, and growth that strengthens the community instead of burdening taxpayers. What I bring to the table is willingness to listen, dig into the details, and fight for fairness and accountability. I'm not here to advance my political career. I'm running because I live here. I'm raising my family here, and I want Commerce City's future to be shaped by its residents. Thank you for being here this morning. I look forward to sharing my vision with you, and most importantly, hearing from you. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you. We're going to go ahead and start off with the first question, and I am going to have all of your names shuffled here randomly, so that way we can go one at a time and see who goes first, who goes last, just so there's no specific order. All right. So our first member who will be asked a question is Alejandro de Leon. And our first question will be, what are you going to do for the people? And how are you going to get things done?
I am here to provide a voice to the people who may not necessarily feel like they have one. I'm also here to support families in times where they're getting priced out and they may not be able to live here in the wonderful city that we have. I'm also willing to work with business partners in order to bring in jobs. Oh. Yeah, okay. Hello? There you go. Yes, so as I was saying, I'm here to provide a voice to people who may not necessarily feel like they have one. I'm here to support families that are getting priced out of this wonderful city that we live in. But I'm also want to work with businesses in order to bring in jobs, well-paying jobs. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you. Our next person will be Michelle Lee.
My commitment to growing the community is very strong. I plan to expand our residential community by working closely with both old and new builders, fostering development and stability. I will partner with the Chamber to expand existing businesses and attract new ones to support jobs and economic growth. I will partner with public safety, meet with the police chief to see where we can partner with human services, like divisions like the Human Services, the Coalition for the Homeless, to find federal funding in states so that we can clean up our streets and ensure that we have housing for everyone.
Perfect, thank you.
Would everybody please hold the mic as close to your mouth as possible? There are people in the back row that can't hear you because you're holding the mic too far away. Keep it as close as possible, please. Thank you.
Alrighty, our next person will be Alexander Jacobson.
Thank you. My entire campaign is based on what am I going to do for you, but it's also based on you're going to tell me. So what am I going to do for you? I'm going to listen. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to act on what you want done. That is what you need. That is what I need to do. That is what our council needs to do. To listen to the people, pay attention to what they want, what they need, what their desires are for the city, and to follow through on them, and to do them. And that's all I need. I don't need a whole 1 minute to tell you that. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Jose Guardiola.
Thank you. Again, I think the biggest thing is listening to the residents and all the stakeholders, right? Because it's not just businesses and residents. We have to come together at the table, and I think council needs to do that. Bring all different folks to the table, to these meetings, and listen, right? And seeing what's the best for all of Commerce City, whether you live in the North Range, the core, whether you're a small business, a large business, whether you're a developer, whether you're working with the state because, 270's come in. So I think what we could do and what I really want to do is it's our job to listen, but also bring people together and get them at the table so we can listen to what we have to do. But the residents also have to get involved too. So given enough opportunities for them to come to these things to be on committees and also learn about government and get more involvement. So I think number one is listening to our folks, all our stakeholders.
Thank you. Next, we have Ryan Kiefer.
Thank you. Yes. I think the biggest part in this been for it is listening and transparency. This isn't a black box. Just because we're elected, it doesn't mean we're going to go away and hide somewhere. I think we need to be out and open and listening to you guys to hear what it is that you want to have us do. I'm here to be elected to represent you, not to do whatever it is that I think is best. And that's where I think the most important things I can do is come to you, see what you need, and make that happen. On Planning Commission, I've learned a lot about how the city works, and there's a lot of complications to go through in figuring out how to work within the city and balance that with what is actually needed and wanted. It's a very difficult process of listening to the community and then turning those into reality. And I think the only way we can do that is by being transparent and listening carefully to what it is that you're desiring, because we're here to take care of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Christy Douglas.
So, the first big campaign promise I want to make to you is that I will make sure that we get more than 2 mics at this rec center. And that's the only campaign promise I'm going to make to you. I've been working with all of you throughout the whole city, and I look at us as being a team. And so that's what I'm going to continue doing. I'm a public servant, first and foremost. I'm here to serve you, I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to not only listen to you, but act on what you relay to me. So I want to continue doing good things. I feel like the first 4 years that I was on council was to clean house. Now it's time to get going.
All right, thank you. Next is Lori Young.
My name is Lori Young. The question is, what are you going to do for the people, and how am I going to get things done? Well, it starts by talking to the people, and all the people, the citizens of our city, but also our constituents, our stakeholders, our industry, the people who they contribute to our economic development, they contribute to our public safety, our roads. And I have apparently a reputation for just getting things done. So once I know what we need to do to act in accordance with the city policies, codes, and guidelines, and taking into account what our citizens' concerns or needs are, then we just put our heads down, roll up our sleeves, and get it done.
Thank you. Next is Joanna Sunderland.
If this band doesn't put us all to sleep. All right, Joanna Sandoval, Ward 3 candidate. Question is, what are you going to do for the people, and how are you going to help residents and get things done? So how am I going to get things done? Through vision and solutions. So I'm going to be a real person. I'm not a robot. I understand the challenges on both sides of the coin, whether it's the poor or whether it's the northern range. And so being able to listen and understand, but most importantly, to be able to get things done, you need to be a person that's willing to take in information and say, I didn't know that. And be able to make a decision based on all the facts, logical facts. I have no hidden agenda. So for me, it's working for our residents and being the voice, and through transparency, being able to share the information, because as a resident, we oftentimes are too busy in our lives that we're not aware of what's happening around us. So finding ways to be able to engage and communicate with our residents.
All right, next we have Lucy Molina.
I've already been doing lots of things. I'm already a board member for Adams 14 District. bringing solar infrastructure. So there's a lot of it. Bringing with CDOT, the I-270 expansion, new bridges. What I will be bringing, not only public banks, guys. I want you guys to think public banks. This is one way that we could keep predators, corporate predators away, and continue doing the wonderful plans that a lot of us have, you know, from bringing new infrastructure, malls. We want a movie theater, perhaps, somewhere where our kids can hang out after the wreck, right? Yeah, we know what we need. We know our needs. But public banking is why, because it goes right back to the community. This is local, transparent, and it goes back to you. And we get to choose, as a community, where our money goes, from the north to the south. We don't have to get in anybody's pockets to do the good things, guys. There's ways. We've already done it. Lots of ways. So thank you. Lucy Molina, Ward 1. God bless you.
And now Stephanie Trujillo.
Stephanie. Stephanie Trujillo, City Council at Large. As a leader and an elected official, we have a duty to listen and to amplify the voices of our community, okay? There are unique issues in the core of Commerce City as well as in the Northern Range. And so we need to gather and listen to our residents first, and also bring in the stakeholders, okay? Whether that's regional partnerships with other municipalities, you know, partnerships at the state level, people who want to invest in our community and bring us the amenities and the retail and the commercial that our residents are actually asking for. We have to bring everybody to the table, and we cannot just have this anti, you know, development mentality if our residents are asking for more. One of my favorite things is meeting with you all face to face during the campaign trail, and I will continue to do that.
Thank you, everybody. All right, our next question is, because of growing population and development in the northern tier, how would you guarantee that Core City is not just heard, but represented? And our first candidate will be Michelle Lee. Sorry, of course. Because of growing population and development in the northern tier, how would you guarantee that Core City is not just heard, but represented?
That goes back to community engagement and showing up for the initiatives that you are putting forward. If you don't show up, then we don't have a voice. I have a voice and I can speak for everyone, and I know how to get things done. But without the support of the people that are wanting to change policy and implement the goals that we need in order to accomplish our mission, I must have engagement from the community. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and our next candidate will be Christy Douglas.
So I believe that the South has so much potential. We have Quebec Parkway. We need to hold Mr. Cronky, well, it's not, we need to hold Cronky's feet to the fire. They have had the URA and done nothing for 25 years, nearly 25 years. That 25 years is nearly over. And so we need to hold his feet to the fire. We need to have him contribute to community. We have to watch out for gentrification, beautification rather than gentrification. So that means that we need to make sure that people are not displaced, pushed out of their homes, so that the predators can come in and take over, build high rises, which we don't need. And we need to deliver the dog track as promised to the people, not what's going on now. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next candidate speaking will be Joanna Sandoval.
All right, so Joanna Sandoval, candidate for Ward 3. Question is, because of growing population in the Northern Range, how am I going to ensure Core City is not just heard, but represented? So I look like a lot of individuals in the core city, and I have the heart of a lot of individuals in the core city. And so for me, understanding the needs and being able to represent through decision making and be able to provide investment in the core city, not just the Northern Range, is extremely important because there's a lot of hidden gems. The history and the culture need to be protected. The affordable housing that individuals currently have needs to be protected, and we need to be cautious of gentrification. We also need to be cautious of, what the community truly needs and be able to address some of the challenges that the core city is facing compared to the Northern Range. And so understanding those and being able to address those and bring solutions is what we need to do to focus and really get involved, to be able to establish relationships and bring relationships together.
Thank you. Next candidate will be Alejandro de Leon.
So there's always been a sense that Commerce City is two different sections, the north and the south. Closer? There we go. In reality, Commerce City is one place. We share the same hopes, same neighborhoods, good jobs, and housing that people can afford. For me, that means making sure that city resources, whether it's parks, public safety, or infrastructure, are distributed equally between both sections. It also means leadership that doesn't treat one part of the city as an afterthought. If I'm elected, I want our people to feel like they're being heard and that their tax dollars are building the same shared future. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate is Ryan Kiefer.
It's Ryan Kiefer, running for at-large. This is a very real question that I know is a challenge in the city. Most cities don't have an issue where we have such a division between two geographically different parts of the city. I've spent the last 2 years working on that. I ran 2 years ago and learned a lot about the southern part of the city and how it contrasts to the northern part of the city. I joined the Planning Commission to really dig in and understand what was going on, and I've been working to make decisions to help the southern part of the city since that point in time. I will continue to do that. It's important to represent the entire city equally because we are here to make sure that the city as a whole gets better. I've put the energy and time in so far, and I'll continue to do that. In doing so, listening to you is, again, community first, couldn't be more important to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate speaking is Stephanie Trujillo.
Stephanie Trujillo, candidate for City Council.
Stephanie Trujillo, candidate for City Council at large. First, I want to acknowledge that the core of Commerce City is the heart of Commerce City, okay? And we must protect the heart of Commerce City. There are multi-generations that are living in the core of Commerce City, and I want to protect that in the history. It is a beautiful part of the city because it is one of the most affordable places to live in Colorado right now. We are, exposed to things like gentrification. So when we're looking at housing affordability and addressing any public safety issues, we need to also make sure that we're not displacing anybody in the core, and that will always remain a key priority for me. Because of who I am at my core, it actually feels more like home to me, even though I live up in the Northern Range. So again, looking at things and issues through an equitable lens is absolutely crucial. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate will be Lucy Molina.
Public banking, and I will say, we are not divided. You guys don't listen to this, that we're divided. We are one. We've always been one. Denver, it's Denver. We go to Montbello, it's Denver. We are united, okay? There is no such thing as the North, as the South. We've always been one. Whoever created that narrative, don't listen to it, okay? Because we have always been one. Why? Because I'm always up there. I mean, I've never seen the difference, okay? Let's don't do that anymore. Don't do that to us, okay? Public banking, guys. Public banking is a way to unite the city. That is the way we can be united and stay united, okay? If that's what they said, that we're divided, okay? Because now, this is rich and poor, okay, guys? This is a rich and poor ward. And don't let them put us against one another, guys. No. We are neighbors. We grew up together. All right? 10 minutos, all right. But again, public banking. Public banking. They said, talk to me more. Also, we have speak your vote over there. 3 minutes for listen to your voice over there. Speak your vote. Students from the media school.
Thank you. All right. Next speaker is Lori Young. And just a heads up, please, candidates, just please don't turn off the microphone when you're done using it. That way we don't have to keep turning it back on. Thank you.
Thank you. Did I turn it off? No, it's on. It's on. Is it on? Okay. I'm Lori Young. The question is regarding with our growing population and development, how do I, as a city council, ensure that the people in the core Commerce City are heard? Every single city council representative represents the entire city. And in terms of the growth, in one area is growth for the entire city. The budget isn't dispersed in the north because that's where all of the development is happening. It's dispersed throughout the whole city for public safety, our infrastructure, our growing needs, our parks, all of that is distributed evenly, and I will ensure that that happens. I grew up in a town where my family has footprints all over it, including a property, and I know there's multi-generations with homes that you want to preserve. That is also my priority. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate speaking will be Alexander Jacobson.
The core of Commerce City and you people here is commerce, business. We have to make this city extremely business welcoming. We have people leaving, businesses leaving California, New York, several other states, even parts of Denver. We have to make them welcome here because bringing residents here bring jobs. We want to help the people. Bring them jobs. That will work together by bringing more business to Commerce City, more commerce to Commerce City. We will bring more jobs here, and the people will be better off. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate speaking is Jose Guardiola.
Jose Guardiola, Ward 1. Yeah, I think we have to focus on our history. I think that often gets left out. We have a historical society that we could really promote. We have a lot of history, and I think that's where it starts. It often gets left out, and people come to the Northern Range, and it's great development up there, but they forget where they're coming, right? I also believe Ward 1 and Ward 2 are very unique to lead those efforts because we're down here, right? These are our wards, and hopefully in the future, our at-large should be able, like maybe 2 live out here, 2 live in the north, because it gets lost. And it really does. One thing is think you know what the people down here need, but have we asked them, have we lived here is very different than what we know, right? Or we think we know. So I think bringing people together, having our northern neighbors come down, having more events down here, but also supporting the development up north because like Lucy said, we are one city. So again, the history is a huge part that will play in Commerce City.
Thank you for that answer. Our next question is, the current council says that Commerce City should promote ethical businesses. Without defining what that means, what do you consider an ethical business? And our first person will be Lucy Molina.
One minute. Gosh, I want to be very respectful with this. I would say not the Commerce City Chamber of Commerce, okay? An ethical, gosh, there's no ethical businesses. Guys, I come from Colleria, Londra, where if you guys remember, we've been here longer than a lot of people that's been even up here. 30 years our businesses. So yeah, we come from business. We run nightclubs, we run construction companies, trucking companies. Well, I come from the people, really. You know what I mean? So there is goodness, can I say there's not really much ethics happening here in Commerce City, which is why I want to run for office. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people in other special interest pockets. That gotta stop. That's why I continue to promote public banking and protecting public education, please. Protect public education. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next person will be Lori Young.
My name is Lori Young, and the question is in regards to defining an ethical business. I do think this is important because there's a balance with businesses who seek to take advantage of people, and then there's businesses who offer a product or a service that's valuable to the residents of our city. So an ethical business is a business that offers at a fair price a product or service that our residents want or need access to. And an ethical business will follow the rules and the guidelines of our city and state laws.
Thank you. That's all right. Next is Alexander Jacobson.
I would not ask for a show of hands, but I'll bet if we did, there's probably very few people in here who have not worked for unethical businesses. Basically, the ethical business is the one that treats its employees and customers fairly. And the unethical businesses usually go out of business for that very reason, that they don't. Or they wind up in front of a congressional hearing. So an ethical business, one that treats its employees and its customers fairly, and as I said, fair prices, fair wages, and that is the way you practice ethical business. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Alejandro de Meo.
So what is a business? A business is looking to make a profit, and there's nothing wrong with that. So an ethical business is one where you have to find a balance between making a profit, paying well, providing a good service or product, and in order to do so, you have to be transparent, bring in community investment, and work and provide partnerships with your local government. Ethical business, if done right, can be profitable. Thank you.
Thank you. Now is Christy Douglas.
I knew it was going to be me. I'm on the council and I don't remember us saying that we need more ethical businesses, but I can tell you the industry that I see here that is the most unethical because they continue to harm our community and concentrate on profit for themselves, and that's what I call the crude methane industry. It's oil and gas. And they try to do things behind the scenes. They try to keep things quiet. We banded together as a community and we made sure that there was no expansion at DuPont. Chemical, whatever it is, the tank site that has caused so much harm to the people who live in that neighborhood because I know them. I know the effects of living with extreme pollution. I wish I had more to say, but unethical is when you don't let the community know what you're doing, and that includes developers. Thank you.
All right. Next we have Joanna Sandoval.
Once again, Joanna Sandoval, candidate Ward 3. Question is, how does current council define ethical business? I'm not sure, I cannot speak on that, but I can say how I define it. And small business and large business in itself is crucial to our economy. And so I protect that in the highest regard, and I've worked with so many business owners in every single industry, and it is extremely important. And really ethical businesses are ones that follow the laws and ones that are compliant with legal requirements. Those that are not doing shady dealings behind the scenes, because I've seen that happen. Those that really seek to contribute to the community that they're in, and especially for corporate businesses that have social responsibility, because that includes giving back to their communities and contributing, hiring individuals and treating their employees fairly. That's what ethical business to me is. And so I welcome opportunity in Commerce City. Commerce City has a name and we're gonna live up to it.
Thank you. Now is Michelle Lee.
Ethical businesses start at the chamber and the council. Being ethical to me means that everybody's getting a fair opportunity to bring in businesses that have been vetted, voted on, and agreed upon amongst the communities. And then it's up to us to hold each business accountable for how they do business in the city of Commerce City. And those that are not being of an ethical caliber should be shut down. If they're in violation of city and county, state laws, there's no question about that. I love business, I support business, and that's the only way we can grow Commerce City, but we do have to hold each business owner accountable for their own ethics and morals in the way they do business, because at some point, we voted them into Commerce City. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the next candidate is Jose Guardiola.
Jose Guardiola, Ward 1. Yeah, I think it starts with council and the residents with the mission and vision, right? What's our comprehensive plan, right? We have to do that and then see what businesses fit in that plan. And, if those businesses don't fit in that plan, then it's up to us to say, you know what, this is not a good fit for you guys. And if they're already here, hold them accountable. Also, what is the leverage we have, right? How are they giving back to the community? But I think it's open for folks on our vision and our mission and what we want in our city. And then let them go through the process. That's the other piece that council could help. Planning commission, zoning, is how that's a process, right? Let them go through the process, and then we get more businesses. But you get good businesses, you get bad business in every city. Those bad businesses, that's where we could hold them accountable. And the good businesses, we work together and build more Commerce City.
Thank you. Next is Stephanie Trujillo.
Stephanie Trujillo, at-large candidate, City Council. An ethical business is a business that considers how their operations impact the residents. Okay, they will follow all laws at the local, state, and federal level. I would hope that they would reinvest in the community, providing fair wages, maybe training opportunities, and being out in the community also. At our events, I think that is really important. They also need to be held accountable and must be transparent about their business operations. So that way we can come to the table and have these conversations about what the expectations are for our city. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And finally, for Ryan Kiefer.
Again, Brian Kiefer, running for at-large. I can start this off. I'm a small business owner, and ethics is the top priority for me. I've learned that from decades of running a company. It's not just about being legal, but doing what's right. You want to have clients that want to come back and show that you know what you're doing and that you care what they are. Being ethical is the most important thing you can do. I've learned that personally. Short-term profits of doing things just because they're legal doesn't mean you're going to have that client come back, and it's going to cost you in the long run. Some businesses that want to come through and get their short-term gain just because they can, I think that's where it stands to be an issue. Being forthright and upfront about your business, what you're doing, and how you're going to go about doing it is a big portion of that. And it's not about being perfect. When you make a mistake, live up to it, fix it, and move forward. No one's going to be perfect ever, and so being ethical isn't being perfect, but it is going through and taking care of your issues and the problems and doing it the right way. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, for our next question. Voters are worried about conflict of interest as more affordable housing proposals are submitted. Do you or your family members have special interest ties? If you don't, have you taken money from special interest groups? And how do you guarantee the voters that they will not have more influence than the community you will represent? And our first candidate answering this question will be Alexander Jacobson.
I'm going to have to ask you to repeat the question.
Understandable. All right. Voters are worried about conflict of interest as more affordable housing proposals are submitted. Do you or your family members have special interest ties? If you don't, have you taken money from special interest groups? And how do you guarantee the voters that these groups will not have more influence in the community you represent?
I'm still not sure. How do I ensure the voters?
That special interest groups will not have more influence than the community.
Oh, all right. Well, that's another easy one. Probably won't take a minute for this one either. You ignore them. You listen to the special interest groups, and if their interests are contrary to what is best for the people, you disregard them. And it's that simple. And that's exactly what I would do. I'll listen to special interest groups regardless of what their special interest might be. But if it's contrary to what is better for Commerce City and the people in it, I would simply have to disregard their interests. Thank you.
Thank you. And our next candidate speaking will be Christy Douglas.
Somehow I knew it was going to be me again. This is a tough one. I have been a realtor for a very long time. I have seen what has happened in the real estate industry, and no, I have no interest in taking any kind of money from special interest group. The last time I ran, I had $6,000 in my war chest. The next person who managed to get on council had $80,000 in their war chest. A war chest is a campaign fund. So right now, there's a lot of push to deliver taxpayer dollars from the 123 fund, which we all voted for because we were conned into believing that it was for affordable housing. What it is a delivery to the developers. I'm going to say it. And it's not affordable housing. I know people who live in so-called affordable housing. It is not affordable.
Thank you. And our next speaker will be Lucy Molina. Sending that microphone on a long trip today.
Absolutely not, never. No. You know, special interest groups, not only here in Commerce City, but in Aurora, Greeley, all throughout in Denver, all throughout the nation. We see even at the national level what's happening. Why? No, this is again why I encourage look into public, let's bring public banking here. Transparency, where a single mother like me can send my kid to college, buy my first home, and perhaps they're developers. Let's partner up, yeah, in a way where we don't gentrify our community, in a way where we don't kick those old residents out. You know, we have so many elders here in the core, a lot of elders here that need to be taken care of, right, mamas? So come on, let's together. Yeah, we do all have to come to the table. I do want development. I want this. This is like Christy says, let's beautify, not gentrify. Okay? I'm a renter. There's a lot of renters here. Okay? There's a lot of renters. Okay, one. Okay. But talk to me. 3 minutes over there in the camera. Speak your vote.
Thank you. And our next candidate will be Stephanie Trujillo.
Stephanie Trujillo, at-large candidate. A good chunk of my legal career, I have worked in land use and real estate. And I actually plan to leverage those relationships that I have built to do what is right for our community, okay? Not all developers are bad. There are folks who want to really invest in the community and developers who have actually been listening to our community about what they would like to see on the land that they have, that they purchased, that they actually own here. So again, they are stakeholders in our community and we must be able to engage and come to the table and have these conversations. And if it is not in alignment with our comp plan and the character area that they want to develop in, then we go back to the drawing board and figure out what it needs to look like so that way it is serving what is in the best interest of the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next candidate speaking will be Ryan Kiefer.
Thank you, Ryan Kiefer at large. The question was, do I have any family members on special interest, and have I taken any money from them, special interest groups? The answer to both of those is no. I've actually publicly declared I will not be taking money from special interests, and it's not that I have an issue with them, it's just I don't want to have any kind of undue influence from anyone. So far, I've taken $240, and every person that has donated to my campaign has an address listed in Commerce City, and that's the most important thing to me, is community first. I'm here to represent you, not people that don't live here. That said, I have met with many developers because they are part of building this community. I'm not saying they're all terrible. I'm not saying they're all great. The point of it is that I'm here to make sure we have the best representation moving forward. In doing so, I have to make sure I understand all sides of any issue. Furthermore, just for full transparency, I did receive $100 from a developer credit card that I didn't have the ability to do anything since I went to my website. I did refund that money. It may or may not show up in my financial report, but I make a public statement. I did receive it and I did refund it. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next candidate speaking will be Joanna Sandoval.
All right, Joanna Sandoval, Ward 3 candidate. I would normally repeat the question, but I cannot remember every piece of that question, unfortunately. But what I will say is the main concern is conflict of interest and any special interest groups and accepting any kind of monetary donation, right? Okay, so I have taken any kind of donation from anybody that's willing to give me a piece. If it's $1, if it's $200, the most that any individual or group can give is $400. And so if $400 can change somebody's mind on where they stand, then I have concerns with that individual as a person, right? Because I will sit here and say that I am full of ethics and integrity, and I live my daily life through and through, and I stand firm on that. And so I will accept money from anybody that's willing to provide it. And as far as special interest groups, I'm trying to understand what the issue is on that aspect because I don't know precisely what may constitute that. So I'd be happy to answer more questions on that, sorry.
Thank you. And our next candidate speaking will be Lori Young.
I've been a fundraiser for about 10 years. And when a fundraiser wants to ask for money, we cast a vision. And the people who want to donate to the vision can choose to donate. So I have cast a vision. I want economic development in our city, for the whole city. And so anyone who is interested in donating to the vision and jumping on my campaign is welcome to do that. I absolutely have accepted money from individuals from all different walks of life, all businesses. I know a lot of people. And I think that the law has already built in some stopgaps for conflict of interest because I'm only allowed to receive $400. That is not a significant amount of money to sway my decision in the best interest of the citizens.
Thank you. And our next speaker will be Alejandro de Leon.
I have not, and I don't intend to receive monetary compensation or donations from anybody, whether that's developers, special interest groups, or residents from the city. That being said, in regards to conflict of interest, trust is the foundation to the government. The key is transparency and accountability. Every decision must be documented, disclosed, and open to review. Conflicts of interest have to be handled carefully so that residents know that policy decisions aren't influenced by outside actors. If I'm elected, I'll make sure that fairness is brought to the table because residents deserve to know that their voices matter. Thank you.
Thank you. And our next speaker will be Jose Guardiola.
Jose Guardiola, Ward 1. Yes, I have taken money from developers, and you know, I look at this that you're getting the same Jose. And I was an assistant principal at Adams City, worked at Lester Arnold, and had many of the students and parents know me. And if they really believe that I'm going to change my views and my love and passion for Commerce City for $400, that's a different story, right? I do definitely believe that we have to work together with these special interests that look at our vision and our mission and believe the same thing that residents and ourselves do. And how do we work together? If they're not good for Commerce City, then they're not good for Commerce City. But I always look at that. I've also taken a lot of money from family and friends, right? Is that a conflict of interest? That live in the city and don't live in the city. So it's not going to change who Jose Guardiola is, and it's never going to change that. I'm going to work for our residents and the love of Commerce City at the end of the day. Core, North, whole.
Thank you. And our next speaker will be Michelle Lee.
Hello, can you hear me? My interest is what is best for Commerce City residents. I don't know much about the special interest funds and things like that, but if the special interest or any developer or anyone has a people first plan, I am willing, open and willing to hear it. It's not about, yes, no, it's about hearing the plan. If they come up with a plan that can support my seniors, I'm gonna listen. If they come up with a plan that has affordable housing, I'm gonna listen. And at that point, we can all decide as a community, hey, do we take this or not? This is gonna be what's best for our community. But I'm not opposed to it. I don't have any family member. I don't have any family member on the council. I've never accepted any funds. I'm truly here to listen to the people, to grow Commerce City, whether that be with or without special interest money, whether that is with or without developer money. It's gonna be a people first approach. Thank you.
Thank you for that answer. We are going to go ahead and go into our next question. It is, while Commerce City is one city, the Northern Tier and Core City have dramatically different needs and, oh my goodness, concerns? How would you address this? Let me repeat that again one more time. While Commerce City is one city, the Northern Tier and Core City have dramatically different needs and concerns. How would you address this? And Michelle, I know you just had the mic, but we're going to go ahead and start with you again. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we keep dividing north and south. I look at us all as a whole, and I look at us like the ecosystem. We have to support each other. We can't do it without the wealthy people, the median income, and the lower incomes. It's a circle, it's a cycle. They need us to work for them. We need to work for our families. And so it's a balancing act. Yes, the needs are different, and I have lived at every level. I have lived at the food stamps, the Medicaid, the Section 8, so I understand what those needs are. I've also lived up in North Virginia, which that's where I currently live. And yes, the needs are very, very different up there. One does not negate the other. We all have to figure this situation out here. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Ryan Kiefer.
Again, Ryan Kiefer, running for at large. This question is obviously something that's very important, and it's part of what I've been doing for the last 2 years, is learning about both sides of the city. I do live in the north, but I've spent a lot of time living over the south and seeing what the challenges and struggles are in this area of the city. It seems unique, again, to Commerce City to have such a divide based on geographical changes in the area. I think that we need to address the concerns and problems of each area as they are uniquely individual, but moving forward, resolving the main concerns of each allows us to be unified as one and have one issue moving forward. And it's like that's not necessarily an issue, but we can all have the same challenges directly moving forward. And spending time and energy on that and just resolving each individual's unique problems, I think is the way to go forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Lucy Molina.
It's kind of like the same question again. Public banking. I'm just going to go back to public banking because this is how we can do a lot of the things that a lot of our colleagues are saying, and how we could bring public banking would also allow us to be able to do a lot of things between the north and the south. Yeah, dramatic, right? We're getting fracked in the north, and we got Suncor in the north. We're getting killed, literally. So if anybody's supporting that type of development, that is not healthy. If Commerce City's asking that this is health and safe communities, how is that going to be safe? Don't invest in that, right? Look at Oak One, right? They were about to build another tank over there. They came together with community, like Christy said. We came together with community. We have Renee Chacon right now running for Ward 3, talking to the people, talking to people door to door, because half of the people that are here are not even from Commerce City. Okay, we are one. We are one. We can unite each other. Also, the wealth of our community is in its people, our elders, our elderly here in Commerce City. Okay, let's take care of our gente from here.
Thank you. Next we have Stephanie Trujillo.
Stephanie Trujillo, candidate for City Council at large. Again, I go back to looking at things through an equitable lens, okay? Unique issues are facing each of our communities. We have to make sure that we are out here, okay, engaged in every part of our community and listening to what the concerns are. Let's take public safety, for example. That issue is uniquely different, right, between both areas. So we need to make sure that here in the core of Commerce City, we are protecting our businesses and our residents, right? We also need to make sure that in the north, we actually have a police substation that is allowing for appropriate response times when we have an emergency, okay? That is very, very important. That is just one issue, but there are many that face our city that have to be looked at from a unique lens. Thank you.
Next we have Alexander Jacobson.
Go. You know, the funny thing is, maybe if you might not realize, but Ward 1 actually does cover the north and the south. It is spread wide and goes from right around here all the way up to where we were meeting yesterday. So we are this really hits home, but I do not foresee any issue coming up that would be better for one than the other. Every time somebody in the southern section needs something, we'll work on it. And similarly with the northern. I don't think that there's going to be a conflict of interest there. I don't foresee one happening. So I can honestly say, I think for people who will be representing Ward 1, I can honestly believe that we will never have a problem with that representing both sections. We will be doing everything we can for both places. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Christy Douglas.
So we got to get away from this that we are so different and divided. We are not. We are people. We are people. We have the same needs and wants. And we want great communities for everyone. So we've got Suncor in the south. but we have potential fracking in the north, which there were 11 sites slated. One of them messaged as a natural resource district amongst houses to be built. I also want to say that we do have a substation in the north. It's located at 104th and Highway 2. It's moved from Tara Road and 104th. And so we have a substation. We also have one slated for 104th and Potomac, which is to be built.
Time.
The council has allotted $25 million for that.
Time.
And that will serve the north well.
Now we have Alexandro de Leon.
Residents love Commerce City for its community, and that shouldn't be lost on any of us. Growth should respect the character of our neighborhoods, whether that's north or south, east or west, up or down, by involving residents early in planning and ensuring new development adds value rather than overwhelm existing areas. That means making sure infrastructure like roads, schools, and water keeps pace with development. Growth should work for us, not for special interests or anybody else. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Jose Guardiola.
Thank you. And again, Jose Guardiola, Ward 1, this goes back to how we could redistrict our wards, right? So everybody could have a little bit of the core and a little bit of the north, so they understand and truly understand. Because I was on council for 4 years, and some of my colleagues did not understand what the core city needed or wanted, right? They lived in north, respectfully, but from someone that grew up down the street, my father still living here, it is different. And we could talk about this all we want and saying, we need this, we need that, but until you live down here or you live up north, you will find out how different it is. I agree, we're all Commerce Cityans, right? I'm a city kid, I always say that. But I think it's about our redistricting. The other thing is, also is promoting it on both sides. Council coming together and being at events, whether it's north or south. Many times we often just see some here and there, but again, I think it's coming together.
Thank you. Next we have Lori Young.
My name's Lori Young, and the question is, how do I address the unique needs of the North and the South? Listening, asking questions, being curious, understanding what the needs are. I know that we all want to be safe. We all want our kids to go to school and come home safe at the end of the day. We all want public safety. We want to know the fire department and the police department are going to show up. And I also know that there are unique aspects and unique challenges that will require some unique problem solving and solutions, but I am not going to know that until I get to sit down and have a conversation with the residents who are concerned about the issues in our city.
And lastly, we have Joanna Sandoval.
Okay, Joanna Sandoval, candidate Ward 3. How am I going to address the needs and concerns of the different parts of the city? Yes, we are one city. Yes, we want to be unified. Yes, we have common issues. Safety is paramount in any city. So it doesn't matter where you live, what color of you, the skin you are, how much money you make. We all want to be safe in the community that we're in. We all want opportunity, and we want to be able to say this is my home and feel proud of that. The unique challenges come with the history of Commerce City. The unique challenges come with the income base and the tax base. And so, you know, addressing those needs is going to be super important. And you have to understand, you know, somebody's walk of life. And you know what? The challenges in the area of North might be superficial. Maybe they're nothing that is of huge substance, because I can tell you that. Because at the end of the day, when you're trying to feed your family, that's the most important part, is having somebody protect that. So.
Thank you. All right, our next question is, the south part of our city is experiencing a lot of issues with the homeless. What is your plan to help the paying residents with these issues? And our first candidate answering will be Alejandro de Leon.
Houseless, please. Sorry, houseless.
So in order to address the homeless issue, we have to take in the concerns of the residents, whether that's building housing, by providing the transportation to somewhere else, but ultimately, we're going to have to speak with them, the people that are unhoused, what they want to do. If they want to be housed, we'll need to provide an opportunity for them to be housed. If they don't want to be housed, then we'll need to give them the opportunity to leave our city, because they won't be providing anything of value to us. In order to do so, we'll need to work with each and every one of you and take your thoughts, concerns in regards to what we can do with the homeless population or houseless population. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next candidate up is Alexander Jacobson.
The homeless issue is a national issue. It's not one that we're stuck with here just in Commerce City. Although I must say I've not really seen the number of homeless people here as we will see when we go further to Denver. But the reason why we have so many homeless people is usually mental issues or drugs. We can try to address those, although again the city of Denver seems to be doing a better job of it. They have better facilities, they have more money. What we can do here, we can start to build more, as soon as I find the word, I'll tell you, more affordable housing. We hear that word used over and over again, and it is a little bit ambiguous. However, it is something I think that this city and probably pretty much most of the state needs. And I would say that. Okay.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Lucy Molina.
It's the houseless population, just to clarify. Yes, definitely mental health. We need to invest more into mental health programs. Partner up with our homeless coalitions or houseless coalitions that are helping these. Also, one thing is Denver, our municipalities, we need to partner up as a whole, right? Because this becomes like Aurora. I worked 9 years in Aurora. I work in Denver all the time. We do film, we do media, so I'm all over the state in the city. So also, when we talk about affordable housing, okay, and attainable housing, we want permanent housing. Affordable, attainable housing that leads to permanent housing where we wouldn't have some issues like this. Again, yes, mental health is an issue here. Drugs, all this stuff, right? So we need to invest more, and again, it's important that we invest in all development from the north to the south. Pero aquí también, partner up with some of those municipalities, right? Denver, Aurora, we need to do it together because some of those issues, they just float up here. They're just tripling para arriba.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Joanna Sandoval.
Joanna Sandoval, Ward 3 candidate. All right, so the question was, and I believe everybody's been answering it incorrectly, right? The question was, how are we supporting our paying residents regarding the unhoused population? So, as a paying resident, what I want to see is that my kids are safe. My child goes to school across the street from here. Okay, I want to make sure that when she goes to school, she's safe. And that means that there's not a mentally unhoused individual that's going to take my daughter and hurt her. That is my main priority, right? And so as individuals that are tax-paying members, how do I protect that? Protect your business and protect your home. And make sure that you feel safe in the community, right? And so that's how I'm gonna address those themes, making sure that our unhoused population is respected and taken care of with dignity and respect, and connecting them with the resources, because a lot of them don't know what they don't know and need that connection and support.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Jose Wandola.
Yeah, Jose Guardiola, Ward 1, this is like $1 million question for the national level, right? Every city you go, and I don't think anybody's found the right solution because it's so unique, but I definitely think that we have to ask the residents what they really want, right? Have we really asked Commerce City if it's okay that they park in our parks, right? And if it's not, what could we do as city council with that in a humane way, right? I also believe that partnership, every city, county works on its own on this. They all have task force, and like Lucy said, we have to come together. We did that. We tried to do that when we were on council the first time, and budgets and personal agendas never work. And this is an issue that it's not a Commerce City issue, not a Denver issue. It's a statewide issue, and when you work together with nonprofits, counties, cities, and see, because again, they move around, right? And for whatever reasons, resources, I know Commerce City's doing the community resources, the 180 church pastor is the community guy, and he's doing some great stuff. So yeah, I think partnering up.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Lori Young.
My name is Lori Young, and the question is in regards to providing public safety for our paying residents in regards to our houseless population. One of my favorite things about Commerce City is our nonprofit game is strong. We are compassionate, we're a kind community, and in regards to this subject, it's really important that we balance safety of our community with compassion for our houseless community. So as a city council representative, it's really important to me to partner with our local nonprofits, our county resources, and our state resources to compassionately work with our houseless population while also leaning on our city resources that have really come up with some really innovative ways to provide safety in our parks, in our public spaces.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Christy Douglas.
You have to pass it far this time. So this problem started back when Reagan got into office and severely cut the budget for social services and social safety nets. Mental health services were cut. It has been growing gradually and steadily over the last 40 years. We have to go back to community. We have to take care of one another. I plan to, this has been an issue I've been addressing already on the council, and I knew that when the mayor of Denver started buying up houses on the border of Commerce City, but in Denver, that this was going to become an issue. I went to all those town halls and spoke out for the people of Commerce City. We have to work regionally. This is not a Commerce City problem.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Stephanie Trujillo.
Stephanie Trujillo, candidate for at-large city council. First of all, this is a very multi-layered, complex issue, okay? Our unhoused population is very vulnerable, and this personally is very near and dear to my heart. I have 3 uncles who died while being unhoused, okay? I understand the need to support our paying residents. I get it. Safety should be a priority. We need to establish clear protocols for our residents and businesses to be able to report concerns, but that does not always mean calling the police, okay? I think it's very important to understand that. These folks are dealing with addiction issues, mental health issues, and then you've got to bring in the affordability, crisis that we are in, okay? These folks are also now being put on the streets because they can't afford to live here. So I think, it's not just about supporting our paying residents, but also supporting our unhoused. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate up is Ryan Kiefer.
Thank you, Ryan Kiefer. Homelessness is definitely a unique challenge that the city has been working on for some time. And I think we need to approach it with additional compassion and common sense. It's built with the ability to get pathways back to stability for those that are currently unhoused. At the same time, I think it's very important that we protect the current residents and the resources that we have in the city. I think by partnering with regional partners that have more experience, more knowledge, and more resources to facilitate these, move forward with these, the unhoused, it puts us in a good position to work from both sides of the issue, from the city side as well as the compassionate side from those that have experience handling that. So I think it's important that we do this to allow public spaces to remain safe for everyone who lives in the city. Thank you.
Thank you. And next up is Michelle Lee.
Thank you. Homelessness is an issue that is just going to forever be ongoing. And I don't think anyone here really has the definitive answer for it. It's an issue due to mental health. It's an issue due to drugs. It's an issue due to foreclosure, eviction. You can name it. The list goes on. And as I sit here and I think and I listen, and we talk a lot about taking special interest money, taking developer money. Has anyone ever sat down to see, okay, if we do a people first program with these guys, would that be an option? Would that be an issue? So we can't always rely on the government to fix these problems. If we have an internal issue, and it is a huge public safety issue, like she was saying, we don't want to be at the red lights and people are at the windows and spraying and things like that. But there's got to be other options. So I'm all about being creative. And if that is something that a special interest or any type of development is willing to invest in, I'm all ears. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for answering all of our questions. That was our last question. We appreciate all of your contributions. Any questions that were not answered, they'll try and get it up on the Commerce City Chamber website for you guys. Now I believe we are finishing out with some summaries. And since we started with Lucy at the beginning, let's start with Ryan at the end. And you each get 2 minutes.
Thank you again for being here this morning. I'm glad that I was able to share my vision of what I have for Commerce City, and I hope it came through that I'm putting residents first, not outside interests, but the people who live here and work here every day. For me, this phrase is about making sure our city delivers on the basics that matter most: safe neighborhoods, reliable city services, well-maintained roads, and parks and rec that families can enjoy. Those are things that actually impact quality of life every single day here, and that's where I believe City Council's focus should be. What I bring is a commitment to listening and being accessible. Too often residents feel that their voices get lost once decisions are pushed to City Hall. I want people to know that their concerns will be heard and taken seriously. Because that's the only way we can build trust between the residents and our local government. At the end of the day, the selection isn't about me, it's not about the rest of us up here. It's about all of us here to make Commerce City a better place for all of us to live. I'm proud to call Commerce City my home. And I'll work hard to ensure our neighborhoods are safe, our services are reliable, and residents have a voice at the table. I'm honored to earn your trust, your support, and hopefully your vote. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for trusting us to sit here and answer your questions, and thank you for being a part of a process like this. So I'm glad to see that. I want to remind everybody that my purpose is rooted in service and in faith in our community, that we can grow stronger together. I am committed to addressing the issues that matter most: public safety, openly addressing racism, promoting transparency, supporting our seniors and our youth, and ensuring every voice is being heard. My vision for the city in the future includes expanding our community through collaboration along with building partners with the chamber to grow local economy and working with the Board of Education to evaluate our schools so that we can become the best in the state. Thank you for your time today. God bless you.
My name is Lori Young. I'm running for at-large city council. I moved here when my son was 9 months old, and he just celebrated his 21st birthday. So I have been here for 20 years. I have been intricately involved in MOPS groups, a church community, with the nonprofit scene here, with Community Uplift Partnership, and opening a coffee house specifically for job training for our young adults, and currently the executive director of the Adams 14 Education Foundation. And the one thing that I have learned through all of these experiences, through 20 years of living here, is it is the citizens and the people that make up this community. And I have made a decision that I want to take my service to all of you sitting in this room, every single person that I come eyeball to eyeball with at every event, when I'm out door knocking, when I'm at fundraisers, when I'm supporting our local nonprofits. I'm here for you. I'm here to serve. My job is to serve the people who are paying taxes and who are investing in our city. I am so grateful to have you all here because you get an opportunity to learn about us, and that's how democracy works. And I really appreciate that. You get to choose what's important to you, what your values are, and how you want to see our city grow and expand. Lori Young, at-large candidate. I'd love to have your vote.
Christy Douglas, at-large incumbent for you. So the paper came out and the website came out, and there are 3 of us who are silhouettes. And I want you to know that I did not neglect to submit my profile information. You're telling me there was a glitch in the email. I find it disturbing. I want you to know I am not neglectful. The reason that I didn't answer the questions for the legal women voters is because I am very careful about who I affiliate myself with. I am a woman of integrity and character because that's who my parents raised me to be. I come from a poor working family, but that doesn't mean our next generations have to be poor and working. We can all have a fantastic life if we work together and we work for our young people. Let's make sure that they have a great life, and it starts right here in Commerce City. I am who I am. What you see is what you get. Thanks, and I really appreciated the opportunity to be here this morning, especially to have our young people who are willing to take on the challenge of going to higher education. You know, live your dreams. You work with something that you love, you will never work a day in your life. Amen. And that I don't care what it is that you do. You love what you do. You will aspire and succeed.
I believe in Commerce City. I believe in its people. I believe in each and every one of you in front of me, and I believe in what we can accomplish together. We can grow our city in a way that strengthens our neighborhoods, creates opportunities, and builds trust between us and the local government. I will bring commitment and energy to help us lead there. If there's one thing I want you to get out of this, is that your voice has been heard, and in order to make change, I want you to go out on election day and provide your vote. Thank you for being here, and thank you for believing in the future that we can build together. Thank you.
Stephanie Trujillo, candidate for at-large candidate. I did show up to both forums and I timely submitted my questionnaire, and I will continue to show up for our community. That's what matters most here, okay? I have dedicated my life to service. I came from nothing. I have worked very hard for everything that I have, and I understand what that looks like and how that feels, okay? And I don't take anything that I have been blessed with for granted, okay? My professional and lived experience, I believe is extremely beneficial and can help move our city forward and strengthen our communities. And yes, we do want to be united, right? And that is always going to be a continuous goal, okay? As a mother of 2 young adults, it's extremely important to leave this city better than how I found it. Okay, we always have opportunities to grow. Okay, we don't need to remain stagnant. We need to tackle all of our issues head on. And I promise to you that when I come to council meetings, I will be prepared and I will have an understanding of what I need to vote on or what we might need to table because we need to do further research, because I'm not an expert in everything. But I will commit to working with all stakeholders. We also need to ensure that we are speaking and having conversations with our city staff and supporting them in ways that treat them with respect and ultimately solve the issues that are right before us. Because when we keep causing delays, who suffers the most? Community. So I hope I earned your vote today. I would be happy to sit one-on-one and have coffee with anybody. Thank you so much. Stephanie Trujillo, City Council at Large. Thank you.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for your time today. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for Commerce City. I want to thank the Women's League of Voters. And then Community College of Aurora. Thank you, students, for being here and for taking part in this amazing opportunity and democracy and being able to witness it firsthand and then being the future of our community. So thank you for your participation in this. Once again, I am a wife, a mother of 5 kids, and I've made time to be here, and my 2 candidates that are running for Ward 3 did not show up. I work full time and I've been busting my butt. I've been waking up at 3 a.m. I've been going to sleep at 2 a.m. I have been doing research and I've been working hard, and there's no excuse because I have so many excuses I can make, but I'm not. I'm here. I'm here to represent, and I will continue to be here to represent. I'm here to be seen and to be able to make waves and to be able to represent for and be the voice for our community. I have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and I will use those just as such. I will listen more than I speak. I am the daughter of an immigrant. I am the daughter of a Native American ancestry. I am here to represent all. I know what it's like to wake up and not have anything, and I know what it's like to have money, and I know what it's like to give back to the community because they gave back so much to me. No opportunity is forgotten. Thank you all to everybody that's been here and for your vote. I ask for that. Thank you. And if you need anything from me, I'm all ears. And my friend is here and she can testify to all the work that I do behind the scenes. My family can too as well. And so I hope I've been able to answer all of your questions. And if you have any others, feel free to ask those. Shoot me an email. If you want to learn more about me and all that I do, feel free to check out my website at joannasandoval.com. And then I'm running on economic development, small business opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, just again, thank you guys for being here, right? Jose Guardiola, Ward 1, and I'm a proud Commerce Cityan, and proud enough that my son is a 9th grader this year at Adams City High School. He'll be the 3rd generation. His Nana, my mother-in-law, graduated in 1966. Me and my wife graduated in 98. And now Jose Luis will graduate in 2029. And he's super excited to be an Eagle. And I say that because if Commerce City, Core, North, where we live, is good enough to raise my family, it's good enough to raise all your guys' family, right? And my interest is going to be the same passion and love because my kid is growing up here, right? I grew up here. And what better person who has experienced the Core, right? The first 24 years of my life, we're here, and now I live in the Northern Range up on 104th. So I know both issues, both ranges. So again, I think it's important that we pick people that have experience. I was on council for 4 years at large, represented all of the city. I'm an educator that comes with 20 years of education. I sit on nonprofit boards. And again, my passion and love. We have to have a safe city, y'all. We really do, right? We have to have attainable housing. We have to have small businesses. We have to work together. And I think that's the biggest thing you'll get from a person like myself, that I bring people together, right? We have to have everybody at the table and listen. Right now, we're in a state that we don't listen. And it comes from the top down, right? And that's lost. That is lost. And what I'm hearing from residents, business owners, is that we're not listening. And I hope I could bring that to the table. And even if I disagree with their politics, their business model, I'm listening. And how do we move forward for the best for my son, for your grandkids, your kids, and all the residents? So thank you, Jose Guardiola, Ward 1.
I lost about half my hearing in Uncle Sam's Army.
Thank you for your service.
I have trouble hearing people. Do any of you have trouble hearing me? I'll yell louder. After the Army, it was marriage, college, a house, a dog, a car, and that was all in San Francisco. I've seen a lot of this country. I have never been anywhere in my life that was more friendly than Commerce City, and that is not put on, I'm telling you. You probably even noticed how the three of us here have been chatting together and getting together. Probably the most friendly city I've ever been in, ever. And I've been in Paris, London, and Rome. I do want to say that I make only one campaign promise. I will let you tell me what to do. I'm not going to give a list of all the wonderful things I plan on doing. I want you, the American people, the Commerce City people, to tell me what I'm going to be doing.
Use the mic.
Because that's the only way I can represent the people. That is why I am running. Simply, I've been having trouble talking today. Simply to say, I will do what you need.
I will follow. Is it better now? Okay. Poor acoustics in the building. It's not my fault. I will do what you tell me. I will have phone numbers. I will have everything set up so that the people of Commerce City or Ward 1 can get a hold of me and say, I want you to do this, and I will do it. Thank you.
We have 9 seats. Most of the people on our council, and I thank all of them for their public service, past and now. But there will only be one person from the South, guys. That's a big deal, okay? There will be only one person really that lives here in the South, really knows. And not only this, please, I live in the South, but I work in the North, y'all. That's why for me there's no separation, okay? Join my toxic tours one day, please. Please protect public education. We know there is a climate emergency. We want development without displacement, okay? I'm not your enemy, okay? We do want malls, okay? But I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I am not scripted or drinking the Kool-Aid. And I didn't show up just today. I've been here for years and years. Renee Chacon on Ward 3 as well, for years. She's out there right now talking to people like we should be. door to door talking to people. Not today, not for a campaign, but for years and years. From the true First Nations, Ward 3, Renee Chacon, please. She does the work all the time. And I'll tell you another thing right here. Harassed by the Eye of Commerce City, by people from the chamber, from city council members. That stuff has to stop. Just because somebody gave you a paycheck, okay? No mas. It does take a village. It takes a village. Tell me I don't go talk to people. Every day I go to my community from north to south. And some people they end up moving people here just to Commerce City just so they could vote and rattle us up. Okay, they do that. Also, I'm not here for a paycheck. Okay, I'm not a realtor that's gonna get commissions or anything like that. I'm not, never. Okay, we have family here. Businesses aquí, from the north to the south. Okay, vote for me. This would be the only seat, the only person in the core city that knows you from north to south. And I've been showing up for you from the federal level from the local level to the federal level. And ask your friends, and I'm here for you. Talk to me. I'm here always. And Renee Chacon, Ward 3. Renee Chacon, Ward 3.
Thank you.
I was scared to get up after Troy Young time back there.
I'm not scared of you, Troy. You know that, buddy.
I know that too.
You know I'm not scared of you, homie.
I'm scared of you.
Take a selfie ahorita. You didn't give me one yesterday.
Do you want the microphone?
I won't need the microphone. Okay, thank you all for attending. I mean, this was eye-opening to me on a lot of levels. I want to thank the Community College of Aurora for being here today. Leonardo, when he yelled time, some of you didn't listen. You just kept on talking, but he yelled it a second time and you stopped. Okay, thank you all. Thank you to June. Thank you for all the work she did in putting it together. And I want to thank Julie back here because these are her students and everything. And when we called the Community College of Aurora and said we're putting on a forum and we would like to use students from there, a lot of times you get, well, let us get back to you. They immediately went into action, finding us people to make this work today, and they found us 2 great ones. So again, thank you very much. All of this and the questions that weren't asked will be on our website. This is being filmed on our website. We will put it on our YouTube channel, and it's going to be all raw footage. We aren't editing anything. So if you have friends and neighbors that didn't see it, tell them to see it, and then tell them, really go to the end when that real big guy in the back yelled time, okay? But thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nathan, for filming it for the Chamber of Commerce, and thank you all for being here.